Hello, this is Noel, and today I'm going to do a little tutorial on how I made my watermark for my Project 365 pictures. First, what I did is I opened up a picture that I took. This is one that I took on Sunday. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to click on the brush tool, which is right here. The brushes that I'm using are from a brush set called Always by Mary Ann Wise. You can get that on 2peasinthebucket.com. I'm going to click on this brush right here, and I'm going to resize it. You can do that by moving this slider here, or you can simply select and type in your size. I used 1800 pixels for my size. Now, I wanted my watermark in the bottom right hand corner, but you can see my brush is not in that orientation. So I'm going to click on this brush right here, and where it says angle, I'm going to select and type in 90 degrees and click enter. That's going to move my brush 90 degrees, and so it's in the position I want it to be. Now, I'm going to make sure that my foreground color is set to white. If you're on, you can change them back and forth from black to white by clicking these little arrows right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the corner of my picture, but first I need to add a new layer. So down here, this is Photoshop Elements 8, you're going to create a new layer. So I can click right here on this little square that looks like a piece of paper. You can also go Layer, New, and New Layer to create a new layer. Now that I have my new layer, I'm going to stamp my brush on it. So I'm going to move it into position and click once with my mouse to create my brush. So there's my stamp image. Now I'm going to switch to the text tool because I want to add my name to my watermark. So we're just going to go into the horizontal type tool. I have Arial selected as my font, and I have 35 point, and my color is white. If you want to change that color, you can just click right on there, select your color, which I want white, and click OK. Now I'm going to click my type tool right down here, and then type Noel Joy. Now, while the tool is still selected, you can see the crosshair, so I can move it to where I want. So I'm going to move this right into position where I want it to go, which is right down here. Now, that's at 100% opacity. I wanted mine to be a little bit see-through, more like a watermark, so I changed it down to 75% and clicked enter. You can also do that by sliding the slider bar down here. Now, this is part of my 365 watermark that's not going to change. Every single day, my name is going to be on there with the little scrolly corner brush. So I'm going to go ahead and select the top layer with my name, and then holding the Shift key, I'm going to click on the layer below it. Now, those are both selected. I'm going to go ahead and right-click on those layers and click on Merge Layers. That's going to make that into one flat layer. So anytime I want to move that, it can be moved on its own. Now, with your type tool still selected, we're going to click again on our photo and click to add our number stamp. I used a 3-number format, so 001 for the first day, and I'm going to go ahead and off-click, and that's just going to confirm my type. Now I'm going to move over to the Move tool because I want to rotate this around. Hovering over the corner, you're going to see a curved little arrow show up there. You just hold that down and rotate your image until you get it kind of straight up and down there. Click the little green arrow to confirm that, and we're going to move this over by our brush. Now, I want to keep this as a type layer because this is going to change every day. You're going to add a new number every day. So I can always double click this and still add in a date, say 002. But the rest of my watermark still stays the same. Now that I have my watermark, this is fantastic, but I don't want to save it with my picture background. So I'm going to show you how to create a new document that's specifically for your watermark. So you can hold down the Shift key and click on, so both of your watermark layers are selected. Now you're going to again right click on those and click Duplicate Layers. Now, a little pop-up window comes up and it says Duplicate Set. we're going to click on the drop-down menu and click on New. And under Name, we're going to write Project 365 Watermark. Oops. And then I'm going to click OK. Now, a new image just came up. A new little window came up. It's got a transparent background. That's the grid that you see there. The grid doesn't ever show up on your pictures. It just shows that it's a clear background. So now you want to go ahead and click on File and then Save, and you have your P365 Project 365 watermark. I'm going to save that under my Documents, and then I'm going to click Save. Now you want to make sure it saves as a PSD file, a Photoshop file, because that will save the layers so you can edit your date later on. Click Save, and you're all ready to go. To add your watermark to a photo, we're going to go ahead and go to File and then Open, and we'll go ahead and open another picture here from the same file set. Let's say, how about this baby right here. Now I'm going to click on Open, and our new picture is going to show up. Now I'm going to go down to my project bin and double click on my layers. Making sure that both layers are selected. Again, you hold the Shift key and click on the bottom layer so that both layers are selected. Right click and select Duplicate Layers on the flyout menu. Now, this time when the pop-up window comes up, from the drop-down menu we're going to select the file name of the file we just opened. Select that and click OK. Now, double-clicking on the picture we just opened, it's going to show that we added our watermark. Yay! So on your picture, if you want to make sure that your date is correct, you double-click on your text layer, and we're going to click, say, 024, which is what this picture was from, January 24th. And now you've got your watermark all set up with your correct date on there. You can click on one of your layers, right-click on one of your layers, and select Flatten Image. That's going to make it all one flat image. Now, to save this file, I always save mine separately because I want to make sure I have my original photo without a watermark in case I want to use it for other scrapbooking projects or printing it. So I'm going to come down to File and then click on Save As, and then I'm going to go open up my Project 365 folder, which I have its own little folder here, and then I save my Project 365 right in there and just click Save. So if you want to make sure, you can change the letter on the back, say to B or A, and then you can go ahead and save it. I always save it at 12, the highest resolution I can. And there we go. So that is how I add my watermarks to my photos. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll do my best to help you out. Thank you so much and have a great day.